Hey, pageant patrons, this is Isaac. A comment came into one of my videos that I found it very interesting. I kind of want to explore for just a few moments. The comment alluded to the fact that neither Miss Thailand Antonnia Porsild or Michelle Dee from the Philippines would make it into, I'm just going to use the top 16. Is it really possible that neither one of them will be in the top 16? I don't think so. Both of them will probably be in the top 16. And here's the reason why. There's too much interest from both countries. Both countries right now are they're powerhouse countries, along with a couple of the Latin countries as well. But there's been a lot of interest between these two from what I can see. And I'm just going to make sure I say that from what I can see, from what I'm reading, there's a lot of interest in these two, naturally because they have huge pageant followings. So it goes without saying that there's going to be sort of this huge debate, this huge interest to see who is going to come out on top. But I think to make the mistake to say that neither one of them will be in the top 16, I don't think that will be the case. We can certainly take a look at Antonnia Porsild, very poised, very graceful. And she kind of has more of a Latin look to her. Michelle Dee has more of an Oriental look. Not sure that that's it. Again, that part is very subjective. It's going to play into what the judges think. But I will say I'm going to say that probably both of them will be in the top 16, and it's going to come down to a matter of dollars, if that makes sense. I happen to find this little article back in 2021, and again, I'm reading from a Time article. If anybody's interested, I can let you know. Profits for Miss Universe fell 44.4% from the year before, so that would be 2020, despite having higher revenues. And right now, the U.S., there is not a huge following here in the U.S. as it once was. Is there a following? Yes. But that interest is not like it is, and I'm going to say the Philippines because I do mostly Filipino content right now, and then also Thailand because it is a Thai-based pageant. Miss Universe is a Thai-based pageant. So it would be detrimental monetarily for them not to have either one in. That's number one. Well, that's one of my points. And so, yeah, because in that case, it is still a business. They still have to make money. I myself bought votes for Miss Philippines. That brings in revenue for the organization. That's going to be part of it. Now, the Time article that I just referenced also alluded to the fact that, this particular contestant didn't believe that the women were fighting over nothing. And that's just her opinion. But I think that's the shift Miss Universe is trying to make. They're trying to make this shift to having an advocacy, and I think that's why there is this turn to make it more of a viable pageant. Here in America, pageants have been dying for a number of years, and so it is there that interest, not like there once was here in America. That's not the case with the Philippines, Thailand, some of the Latin countries. There is still huge interest in it, and because there is still money to be made in it. And at the end of the day, let's just tell it what it is. It's all about the green. So if you take either one of them out, you're going to lose viewership. So in that case, well, maybe they won't win. Maybe they won't win. But it's going to be stupid economically not to put either one of them in it, because at a certain point, people, when you cut off that many people, that's a wrap monetarily. So while it is an interesting thought, I just don't think that that's going to happen, because the repercussions are high. That if you don't put one of them in, or if you take out a Latin country from the top 16, okay, and even the top 5. If you want to keep interest, you got to build that interest. Well, what's more interesting than having powerhouses kind of battle it out? But then we also make that mistake of thinking that money is going to, and popularity will get you the winner of Miss Universe. And as we well know, most people like a good underdog. And so while I think that Miss Thailand and Miss Philippines will be in the top 5. There's always that surprise that people hope to happen, from an underdog country that maybe we're not noticing. Maybe their advocacy is so strong. But it's going to be hard to overcome Miss Thailand and Miss Philippines. So I will say that. One of the things that we as Filipinos, and my base is heavily Filipino, is that you have to continue to vote. You have to continue to not be toxic, because that is going to show negatively on Michelle Dee. I got word that something happened. I'm not sure what it is. Right before I started doing this video, about some toxic fans, and so Michelle Dee is continuing to say, let's stay above board. Let's not be tacky. Let's not be toxic. And I think that if we can do that, it's going to be interesting to see if the fans can just remain just steadfast and positive as they overwhelmingly have been. I really don't see a case where a Miss Philippines, Michelle Dee, or Miss Thailand Antonnia Porsild will not be in the top 5. One, they're favorites. That's a given. 2, the popularity of the countries. They're going to bring a lot of viewership. They're going to bring a lot of money to the organization. And if this time article is true, which I don't know why it wouldn't be true, and they lost 44.4% from the year before, and so this was in 21, so it means in 2020, from 2020 to 2021, that they lost 44.4%. There's going to have to be a shift. And so, yes, when you do have those powerhouse countries battling against each other, that's just going to bring fans out. They're going to be yelling and talking back and forth to each other, but that's going to bring revenue dollars. So to not have them in the top 16, then why would they watch the rest of the contest? So if one of them is in, you're still going to have a huge group, because it really just going to depend on how the judges judge. It's going to depend on that top fan vote. And so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. So Filipinos, I just want to say, man, y'all are really trying to get Michelle Dee on top. At one time, she was top of the fan vote. I think there's only like a day or two left to vote for her voice for change. So let's be on top of that, and let's do that. But most of all, let's just stay positive. From what I can tell, most of you are just staying very, very positive. I know my comment section is, and it's just not Filipinos. There's some people all over the world. They're commenting on my videos, and so everybody is overall just very, very, very positive. And so, but I would still say, is it overhyped? Nah, I don't think so. It's all in good fun. It's competition. Go vote. Peace out.